You step out into the vast cool blue space of the LA city grid. Far above your head, hundreds of neon logos blaze, each representing a different megacorp. You spot the familiar red-barred circle of Microtech and rise towards it effortlessly. The Microtech logo looms before you like a bright door. A white pinpoint marks the entrance to its code gate. Beyond it crouches a dark feral shape, a watchdog program hunched and waiting for intruders. Before moving in, let's pause. Netrunning has its own combat rules, and you need to know them. There's really only three kinds of roles that matter in the net. Attacks against people directly, attacks that target programs, and stealth or evasion roles, either hiding yourself or spotting what's hiding from you. Everything you do falls in one of those three categories. Each combat round in the net is 1 second long, which is faster than real space's 3-second rounds. That means you only get one action each turn, plus movement. And movement in the net is always 5 spaces per turn. Systems, however, can be faster than you. They get one action, plus an extra action for every 2 CPUs running. That's referee's business. As a runner, remember that the fortress may be able to throw more than one punch at once. That's why serious runners don't always go in alone. Range is simple. If you can see it within 20 spaces and nothing blocks your line of sight, you can hit it. Now, whenever you face ice, the first question is who moves first. That's initiative. For a system, it's the computer's intelligence plus 1d10. For you, it's your reflexes plus your deck speed plus 1d10. High roll acts first. You activate your imp. A spinning bright ball of orange light appears, and then kicks in its invisibility subroutine. The imp flattens into a thin glittering sheet of energy, draping itself over you. This is where stealth comes in. When you run an invisibility subroutine, you're masking your own cyber signal, hiding yourself inside the system. To see if it works, the numbers go head to head. The attacker's program strength plus a d10 versus your stealth program strength plus a d10. If you win, you're invisible. If you lose, you're exposed. Simple as that. The invisibility works. You walk past the watchdog and up to the code gate. Although you spent days researching Microtech, nothing has given you a clue to the access code. It's gonna take brute force. Breaking into a system means going up against its defenses directly. When you launch a decryption attack, you're pitting your program strength plus a d10 against the wall strength plus a d10. Win, and the gate gives way. Lose, and you're stuck outside. Unlike intrusion programs though, decryption works quietly. No alarms, no watchdogs triggered. You unlimber the code cracker. No good. You try the wizard's book. No luck there either. You should have known. Cracking a computer company's own fortress is no easy job. You just can't crack that code gate. Time to call up the jackhammer. The imp swirls around your head as you work, making a few rude beeping noises. When finesse fails, you switch to intrusion. Same contest. Your program strength plus a d10 versus the walls. Only intrusion tends to punch above its weight, so it's a bit easier to land. The cost? Noise. If it works, the fortress knows you're here. From this point on, expect company. The jackhammer slams down the wall. Before you move on, you decide to play it safe. The jackhammer's noisy, so you activate the imp's speed trap subroutine. It shapeshifts into a flat view screen. Now, you're the one searching. Detection runs the same opposed checks as stealth. The target's program strength plus a d10 versus your scanner strength plus a d10. But the roll is hidden. The referee makes it behind the screen, so you won't know if you missed something until it hits you. No metallic monster looms on the screen, so the area must be clear. You step through the hole you've made. Wham! The speed trap was wrong. The killer leaps up and attacks your imp. You curse, realizing you should have packed something to counter. You know the imp won't survive this, so you activate your succubus instead, pulling up its own killer subroutine. Once again, it's program against program. Same opposed rolls as before, your killer strength plus a d10 against the enemies. The damage dealt is the difference between the rolls, taken straight off of the loser's strength score. When a program's strength drops to 0, it de-reses, gone from the run. Instantly, a chromed goddess appears, her eyes flashing. She shifts form into a powerful, youthful metallic samurai who clashes blades with the opposing metal warrior. Their sabers strike, and the foe system stalls. You've saved your imp this time. Good going, stud, the succubus says to you as you move on. Hulking around the next corner is the massive form of a manticore. You try invisibility again, but it fails. The manticore's talons rip into your imp. The imp fails its rolls and is vaporized. In the next turn, you activate the succubus killer routine. The metal-clad warrior springs forward and attacks the monster, slaying it in a flare of light. Close call. You've lost your invisibility and speed trap programs, so you move cautiously. You carefully pass through one of the central processors, watching for trouble. You figure you could use the CPU to hit the workstations and see who's logged in. But that's not gonna give you much useful data. What you really want are the plans for Microtech's new military computer. That'll be in one of the memories. You press on. Entering the first memory area, you encounter another watchdog. Wait, it's a bloodhound. It lunges forward, trying to backtrack your trail. This is where trace comes into play. A bloodhound doesn't try to kill you, it tries to find you. The roll is its strength plus a d10 versus the total trace value of every data line you pass through on your way here. If it succeeds, the master system is alerted. They'll know who you are, and then they'll be waiting for you the next time you log in. You activate the killer's routine, and the armored techno-samurai reses into reality. In moments, the samurai slays the hound before it can trace your path. The killer melts back into the form of the beautiful chromed succubus. She winks. There's nothing here but accounting records. Useful, but nothing you can't come back for later. Cautiously, you move ahead to the next memory. Empty. What gives? Clearly, someone decided to spend their money elsewhere in the fortress. But where? You move like a shadow to the next memory. Hellhound. The huge black cloud leaps at you, but you throw the killer routine in its way. Your metal warrior staggers and misses. The system reses another killer, which attacks your own program. Flash. Your succubus vaporizes with a despairing cry. You're alone now, with no program to cover you. The killer waits. The hellhound's eyes glitter gleefully as it reaches out to stop your heart. This is the most dangerous part of Netrunning, anti-personnel programs. Unlike ICE that just de-reses your software, Black Ice goes after you. A hellhound can track you, wait for you, and when it strikes, it deals 2d10 damage per turn, enough to flatline a runner outright. The roll is heavier too. Your defense is your program's strength plus your intelligence plus your interface plus a d10. The attacker rolls the same with its own stats. If it's the system itself running the attack, it uses its intelligence, which scales with the CPU's, 3 points per processor. And on top of that, every system has a base plus 10 interface. High-end systems with intelligence 12 or more cross into artificial intelligence. Against that kind of power, without programs to shield you, a single misstep can end your character permanently. You punch out. You're sitting in a chair in front of your desk. The CD flat is silent, except for the faint hum of your cyber modem as it powers down. Your hands shake as you think about your narrow escape. Next time, you tell yourself, you gotta bring along some bigger guns. That was too close. The entire run has lasted less than 2 minutes.